Hey, before we get started, we've got a live episode of the Fogelnest Files at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Los Angeles. Tonight, if you're listening to this on Thursday, December 27th, Billy Eichner is going to join us from Billy on the Street. Also, Megan Amram, who you know is a writer on Parks and Recreation and from the website Twitter.com, and also from Twitter.com and a writer for the television program Modern Family, Danny Zucker. If you want to get tickets, go to UCBtheater.com. It's tonight, if you're listening to this, on Thursday, December 27th. Welcome to the Fogelnest Files. My name is Jake Fogelnest. I am a professional. On today's show, Hamburger. We're also going to hear from Willie Tyler and Lester. And we've got a little bit of a New York legend who I'm interested to revisit. He was a comedian named Charlie Barnett, performed in Washington Square Park. Remember, you can see all of the videos that we talk about on the show on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Fogelnest Files. And please go to iTunes and subscribe to the show and leave a review. Not a review for the show, because I can't imagine anybody's actually gone through the iTunes review section and been like, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to check this out. Let me see what some dingbat on the internet says. But it is good to leave reviews for other things, like Camby left a review for Kurosawa's masterpiece. Almost every important aspect of life, love, food, family, strife, honor is in Seven Samurai. It even has an intermission, which is kind of cool in itself. That is a review in the podcast review section for the Fogelnest Files. It's got nothing to do with the show, but it's nice. My name is Jake Fogelnest. I'm joined today, by one of the greats.
The great.
The great.
The greatest.
Andy Kindler is here.
You've tried the rest. Now try one more and then realize there really isn't the best.
How are you, man?
Hey, I could be jotting down some of these. Can I get a copy of this? Hey, is this a calendar for me?
Yeah, okay. Andy's looking at the Earwolf 2013 calendar.
I'm very excited about it, but I want to make that note of you've tried the rest, right? And a lot of times people love on podcasts when I take time out of the podcast to make a note on a piece of paper. Therefore, my focus isn't on the podcast. But I claim that I can do comedy while doing something else.
This is a great insight into your process. This is sort of like...
Excuse me, what did you say?
It's a great insight into your process.
Oh, that's my new hook, by the way.
Oh, good. Well, we're going to talk about hooks and jokes and skits.
You know how I work the mic, though. You see, a lot of times people get nervous, but I do.
Yeah, no, that's it. You have great mic control. A lot of people would make the sort of rookie mistake of just staying right on the mic.
Right, not me.
But you realize that you can get back here, and that's got some fun to it. Like if you want to shout, you back away from.
I learned it all from Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, what a great.
What a great, horrible movie.
Well,
Good Morning Vietnam.
That literally leads us into our first clip. I've put together clips from the world of comedy.
You have more energy than me. I can't even believe it.
I know, it's fantastic.
It's unbelievable.
There are people right now they're like, oh, geez, these guys together? Oh, this is going to be a long show. No, the first clip, I've pulled clips from the world of comedy, some that are truly great and some that are just specifically designed to irritate you.
Oh, good.
And the first clip is Robin Williams. I said, let me find just a good little piece of Robin Williams.
This is fire. No, my breasts are on fire. Oh, I'm a woman like in Tootsie. Oh, but not as a good a movie.
Tootsie's a fantastic movie.
Miss Doubtfire, I wouldn't use that movie to torture prisoners. I wanted to torture prisoners with a better movie.
It's the humane thing to do.
Exactly. Catherine Bigelow. I mean, she has. I love to torture hand towels at home.
Is she Zero Dark 30? Is that?
Yeah, she's Zero Dark 30. Where they made a movie. They said, you know why we won? You know why we got Bin Laden? Because we waterboarded people. That's what they don't say that explicitly, but that's kind of the conclusion of the movie.
So it's a celebration of
look without the waterboarding. What have we done? And then she goes, it's journalistic what I've done. It's kind of like it almost has a journalistic style,
like Morgan Spurlock.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I love all those kind of Michael Moore was talking about. I tried to find the head of this car company by screaming his name outside of the building. The guy wouldn't come down.
Mr. Don Chrysler.
Don
Chrysler. Are you there?
Hey, Roger and me. I mean, that's probably not your last name. Roger and me.
It's a nightmare. This clip is Robin Williams before his movie career, height of his stand-up career, and he just sets it up perfectly. Let's take a look.
The people at home can lose.
Yeah, they can check it out on the YouTube channel.
Can they do that? Now, do you have a way of syncing it up? Like you play the Pink Floyd backwards?
Some people have been doing that. I encourage people to either look at the clips before or after the show, but there's some people that sit there and they wait and they sync it up.
Right.
And that to me sounds like an incredible waste of time.
Yeah. No, you want to just go flow with it.
Just enjoy the show. I'm going to pick something that's inherently visual on a podcast. Would I just start doing this?
What am I, that guy? What am I, the guy who picks something random on a podcast?
This is Robin Williams. He sets up the bit perfectly. Let's take a look.
Oh, I can't wait.
Elmer Fudd sings Bruce Springsteen.
Elmer Fudd sings Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is literally unbelievable. He's taking an Elmer Fudd impression. Am I not allowed to comment yet? No.
In my car.
Oh, he's singing Bruce Springsteen as if Elmer Fudd. And that's all he's doing. There's nothing else funny about him except his horrible suspenders.
This is it. It's the entire
worst. This is the worst bit. I claim that this guy has never been funny. They gave him an award at the Comedy Central, the Comedy Central Fakies, the Fakey Awards.
Are you trying to insult the integrity of the comedy awards that Comedy Central just started doing 2 years ago?
Saying, no, not me. Why would I go say anything against the place that centralizes the comedy? Before Comedy Central came along, you had to go. You wanted some kind of slapstick, you had to go to this place.
Right.
Then you wanted some topical, you had to go to Virginia often.
Right. It comes in what it is. It's a series of tubes that are just designed to deliver comedy.
Exactly, and they got it all. So what happens now is that he gets this award, and they show a clip reel of him, and there's not a funny thing on the clip reel of this second annual American.
What was in the clip reel? Does the clip reel?
It's all like and I say aha, and this guy, and all of a sudden I'm shirt man. It's all terrible. Elmer Fudd, that is the hackiest bit I've ever seen. You know how many comics in the '80s did Elmer Fudd? First of all, I don't like Elmer Fudd. All right,
there's a rich world of animation to choose.
Yeah, from. you want to see Elmer Fudd? Go see Elmer Fudd. You know what? I love Elmer Fudd. How would it be worse? How could I bring it down? My enjoyment of him. Maybe Bruce. Maybe Robin. Look, he's got everything there. Robin Williams as Bruce. But does he do anything like where he says I'm the boss or something?
It's literally what's my favorite thing about it is he goes, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do.
Yes.
And then I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Like it's Elmer Fudd doing Bruce Springsteen. And there's we don't even really need to watch the clip. It speaks for itself. He tells you
It's unbelievable. It's like about when in the old SCTV, which was the greatest show, Bobby Bittman, who was played by Eugene Levy, and his brother Skip Bittman came on to the network, and it was played by Rick Moranis. And the joke he does, I like to do my impression of John Wayne as the president. I'm the president. That's better than that.
It is, yeah. It's Robin Williams earnestly doing that,
right?
And it's fascinating.
It's anti-comedy in the sense that it makes you feel worse.
And
than before you heard it.
It's I just thought that's where we'll start today. You know what I mean? Like that's how we'll get
that
into
will destroy
things.
Our palate.
Okay. The next clip is he's a comedian. His name is Alonzo Hamburger Jones. I'm sure you're familiar with him.
Is this the classic Hamburger?
Yes, it is.
I've never actually seen him.
I hadn't actually seen it either. Like I heard about this guy and he just says Hamburger, but I'd never seen his material. And it's interesting. Let's take a look. This is him on like Def Comedy Jam or something, and you'll notice right at the top, before he even walks on stage, people are shouting Hamburger. They're ready for it.
He's building. Yeah, people know it's coming. They know it is coming. He got a big theater.
Yeah, this is Def Jam.
This is exactly how I would have been received if I had gone on Def Jam. Before I even said a word, they would have been uproariously laughing. Yeah. They would have been ready for me.
Hamburger. Joker, what in the world you dressed up for Halloween? Like a hamburger on to deliver mail or something. What's up with you? You're overweight, that's your problem.
He, instead of doing a joke about the guy,
Yeah.
he just identifies what he thinks the guy's problem is. You're overweight. That's your problem. Hamburger.
I mean, it's crowd.
Fries right by now, couldn't you? Hamburger. Look at his feet. Feet so big as Nike spelled Nickelodeon. Look at that.
Something about Nickelodeon. His feet are like Nickelodeon's feet.
Hamburger. You give me a bad name. Take that hat off.
No, I can't believe this is what it ultimately was. I thought he would say, I went into I was about to do a stereotypical black voice. Thank you, Andy. Nice going. What am I? Who's the guy who does that terrible impression of Obama? I think it's like maybe it's Rush Limbaugh. That's like the most racist. So I thought it'd be like I went into a grill and I asked them, could I have some French fries? And they said hamburger.
Yeah.
And then maybe
so you thought maybe
build up somehow.
You thought that his catchphrase hamburger related in some ways to his jokes,
to his initial joke about hamburger,
right,
which was so popular.
Yeah, no.
And he couldn't stop doing it.
That was a really wrong assumption to make. Hamburger is just sort of like I just told a joke. Yeah. That's all.
How you doing, ma'am? Hamburger. What's happening over this? Where are you from originally, Hamburger?
Yeah. It's like, wait, if you were to do just your like regular crowd work, just like come out, but you just added the phrase hamburger.
I couldn't even do that. I'd have to, if I was him, we'd change place, I would still go, how's it going? Would you like a hamburger? I still would want it to be more linear. This crowd is rough. I could eat a hamburger. Let's see more.
That's a little bit more.
Let me make your big behind feel at home. Hey.
That's Fat Albert.
Hamburger.
Makes him feel at
you
home.
ladies supposed to be in vogue. I got news for you. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Hamburger. Who you supposed to be? A Jamaican parking attendant? Move your car.
Get it? He looks Jamaican. Okay. I apologize to Robin Williams. That was, now I see the difference between a pro and a guy who's, why is he dressed like a cowboy?
I don't know.
Is Hamburger going to kick my ass? Because I think this is your fault.
No, I think that this is what I think his, formula is. I think his formula is to, first of all, hamburger. That's right at the start.
By the way, more racism from me. I didn't say Robin Williams was going to kick my ass. Only the black comedian could kick my ass. I think I'm learning from this podcast. I'm a racist.
That
was nervous laughter. Jake was like, as I start bringing out the neo-Nazi literature. Yes, I am a Jew, but I'm a Jew not for Jesus, for Nazis.
Andy Kindler came into the podcast.
Weird, man.
How did it go? I mean, he's really funny, but he's very, very racist.
What kind of name is Fogelnest? Wow, I can't be racist and then have a different voice. How you doing over here? Hamburger.
Well, his formula, Alonzo Hamburger Jones, the formula is hamburger.
I never knew this. I learned something here. I thought it was just hamburger. I didn't know he had 3 names.
It's Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
If you take hamburger out, he's just Alonzo Jones.
Yeah. Which, you know what? This is the thing. He could take hamburger out. He really could make that choice. He doesn't need hamburger.
He doesn't need it. You're saying that without the hamburger, him just saying, what do you think you are in Vogue?
No, because
you're not going to get it. Not going to get it. Is that a song, by the way?
It's just because it's energy. It's energy, and I'm going to remind you about something.
So that would have been Hitler. Would have been a great stand-up. He had energy, and he reminded you that he was going to take over Europe. Hitler's not dead as a reference, folks. A lot of people think it is. It's coming back. You know how hard it is to say, who are you, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad? And how easy it is to say, what am I, Hitler all of a sudden? Oh, look, I was mean to my wife yesterday. Who am I, Hitler?
All right, you want to look at something good?
Yes.
Let's look at something great.
Don't do a what's it called?
No, I'm not. It's not the old switch. I'm not pulling the old switcheroo. No, I'm not.
Don't pull the new switcheroo.
No, there's no switcheroo. Not old, not new. This is just straight up like one. This is something I've really wanted to show on this podcast for quite some time because it's just truly great. Have you ever seen the trailer to Albert Brooks's Real Life?
I have seen it, and I love that movie, and I do believe, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I'd love to see it.
The trailer for Albert Brooks's Real Life has nothing to do with the movie.
Then I don't remember seeing it.
And it's its own little short film, and let's just watch this because I think we'll all just truly enjoy it. The trailer for Albert Brooks.
This is going right into the board, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Right.
Nice idea. Good idea. That's what I would do if I was running the show. I wouldn't try and put a mic here. Paramount Gulf Western.
This is like
I remember when Gulf Western was in the movie business, huh?
Hello, I'm Albert Brooks. I've just completed a motion picture so exciting that the following announcement will be presented in 3D, so you can literally feel the excitement. You will find special glasses under each of your seats. Put them on now, won't you?
Won't you?
Oh, if you happen to be in a theater that has no glasses, don't worry. You can share in the fun too. Simply turn to the person you're sitting next to and borrow a piece of red and blue cellophane.
I love it goes
then
red.
put one over
red.
each eye like this. Got it? Good. Now we're all ready to enter into the world of 3D. Well, go again. A little different, isn't it?
Is it really in 3D?
Does it
It's not.
scare you?
It's just.
Oh, come back.
It's just Albert Brooks has put on like a sort of blue or red tint on the screen. There's no 3D glasses.
He's such a genius.
It's just
Genius.
So let's keep going.
Back. I was just having some fun. I didn't mean to scare you. I like you. That's why I want to tell you about a new movie called Real Life. Real Life tells the story of what happens when a real family's life is turned into a major motion picture. That family could have been you. Or you.
That is
Pointing
so
at the
good.
screen.
Just the idea makes me thirsty. Look, a refreshment. What a lucky break. It's good. Want some? You're welcome. Well, we're almost out of time. My watch is gone. Somebody stole my watch. Somebody in this theater stole my watch. Yes, you took advantage of this special process and you snuck right up on the screen and took my wristwatch. Well, let me tell you something. I may look like a schmuck to you, but this is one schmuck that knows kung fu. What's that noise?
Excuse me.
Oh, my God.
I'm Randy Brown.
You're the world champion paddleball player.
Right.
What are you doing here?
I come to see a new movie.
Real life?
Right.
Well, Randy, you're a little early. It hasn't opened yet.
This guy's good.
Oh, no, don't leave. I mean, what a coincidence. As long as you're here, thrill us.
Okay.
Oh, my. Mind if I join you? This could be amazing.
Oh, that's so great.
Isn't that amazing? It's just that's the trailer for Albert Brooks' Real Life.
I'm amazed they let him put out that trailer.
I know.
Looks like you're
I think what if
actually
people
here.
will think it's a movie about paddleball, Albert?
People are going to think these movies actually in 3D. Yeah, I know. That's the joke we're trying to do. It's not actually a 3D.
Are you being Albert
I'm
Brooks?
down. Was that
You put on some red cellophane. Put on some.
Have you heard of? He says, "I'll have toast, dry, butter on the side."
I have this idea of like I wish that Albert Brooks was ever a guest on the old game show Press Your Luck.
Right,
You know,
right.
so you could just be like, okay, so big bucks, no whammies. Well, a whammy situation would not be good right now. It's like, okay, I've got a whammy. Really want to try to avoid those. This is, how about this? How about we just move the whammies off to the side? That way I don't have to, deal with them. There's more chance that I'll be able to win the game. Like, just the idea that he would be trying to negotiate through.
Well, yeah, there was a great interview in Vanity Fair with him. This in the comedy issue. It was just really great. But one of the things he said was that half of the stuff that he did on the Tonight Show was lost because they taped over shows.
Oh, yeah.
But he was on like 40 times. I think 40 times.
Yeah, it was like Albert Brooks and Paul Williams were the two people that were on the Tonight Show.
And also, I also learned that he did all the stuff they did was on TV and on variety shows before he ever went out into clubs.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Wow. So he was like crafting stuff for television, and then he would. His comedy records are so great, and they're all out of print, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I just got. I think it's this Comedy Minus One and the
Comedy
Star
Minus
is
One.
bought.
Yeah,
and this bit he does about opening up for Richie Havens is the
Richie.
Yeah, it's so great.
Audiences hate disc jockeys.
Oh, he does the great. He goes, but disc jockeys don't understand that disc jockeys have something in their inner ear that is able to detect any kind of comment as a compliment.
I mean, that's not really what he said, but it's, hey, how you doing? Wait, you suck. All right, nice to be here.
Watch out, you rascal! It's the yeah. If you've never heard
Is
Comedy
that Comedy Minus One?
Yeah, that's on Comedy Minus One. Let's look at another great comedy record. Now, this I was not able to find on YouTube. I scoured YouTube for footage of Billy Crystal doing his Jazzman character, and
you can't find it.
You can't find it. Now, I know that
Saturday Night Live he did it on, right?
No, he did it on his. Well, he's done it a couple times. He does it on his record, Marvelous. Billy Crystal's
Marvelous.
Yeah.
You look marvelous.
Yeah. It's the last track, and I just want to play a little bit of it because, like, we all know Billy Crystal's Jazzman character. It's but what's even kind of worse than his Jazzman character is his setup to doing the Jazzman character.
Fantastic.
So this is just sort of unedited, uninterrupted, a little bit of Billy Crystal's face.
I want to show you this piece and say goodnight with it.
Right there, he says, I want to show you this piece.
I want to show you this piece. This is a little thing.
And say goodnight with it.
It's been a fantastic audience. This is one of the first kind of pieces that I ever wrote, and people always want to know, like this.
Nobody wants to know.
Yeah.
People always want to know. When did one person come up to you and go, Bill Chris, I got to ask you.
Yeah.
The piece. What's the piece, Jazzman? Jazzman. Did you ever think of making that about Cajun music? No? All right, I got to ask you, Billy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to drive.
No,
one more time. I got to admit to you now, I never saw Pressure Luck, but I think I got the references. I thought I was and I didn't want to admit it because I'm the reference man.
Yeah, that is your thing. You are the reference man.
I didn't want to.
Are you still manufacturing jackets that say the reference man? Sort of like like Dice Rules had his jacket. You come out in a thing. It's like
and each jacket comes with a different obscure reference. On the front of the jacket, like one will be who am I? Philo T. Farnsworth is one. Who am I? Eli Whitney, the cotton gin guy?
Second time this week for me that Eli Whitney has come up.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Wow.
All right.
What are the odds of that? Unless we were living during cotton times.
You do. You like.
Well, I'll say this: Eddie Pepitone was involved.
Eddie Pepitone. Eddie Kindler.
So it's Billy Crystal introducing. He hasn't even gotten to the Jazzman character yet.
See, first, how do you like crazy for like people, and then like how do you get like it's a weird job. I'm a comedian, and I started when I was year 11. I was like 5, and the reason was my dad was in the music business right here in New York, and he used to produce jazz concerts all over the city. As a kid, I knew Eddie Holiday and Eddie Condon. These are all artists who recorded for the.
So
and cut to Bette Midler and Billy Crystal and what is it? Parental Guidance.
Is it Bette Midler?
Yeah, he gets hit in the nuts with a bat.
Wait, that's not. They didn't. Nobody stopped that during the process.
Is it Bette Midler?
It's Billy Crystal.
It is Bette Midler.
It is Bette Midler. Barbara Streisand's in the other one.
Yeah, she's in the Guilt Trip, which I will be calling if I ever go see that movie. The Guilt Trip.
Wait, you mean that in this new Billy Crystal movie, I haven't really seen. I haven't been aware of what's been going on.
You got to see it now, or you won't get a chance. It's not going to even go. DVD has turned it down.
Really? They tried to print up screeners.
The people who control downloads have said that they just do not want to commit the digital space of the universe to providing that movie.
But there's a scene where Billy Crystal, it's like, okay, or like it's a Little League game or something.
Okay, yeah, see if you can guess. It's a Little League game.
A Little League game, and he's just like, oh, come on, you're going to do great. The kids may be a little nervous, like,
no, you were exactly right.
Okay. He's like, yeah, that's okay, you can do it, I can do it, okay, yeah, go, just swing, and then he gets hit, right in the nuts.
No, what it is, it's first of all, it's a hack bit wrapped in a hack bit.
Oh, wow.
The hack bit is... these softball games now. Mm-hmm. The kids are so soft these days; they don't even keep score.
Oh wow! Yeah,
yeah. You're nice. We'll give you we'll give you a chocolate kiss. Oh, we'll give you a hug for going. Oh, and so Billy Crystal comes down to complain to the umpire. What is it? What is it? You got yeah. And then the umpire goes, "Look, I can't do anything about this, sir." Right. And then he goes to the pitcher and he starts to yell at the pitcher. There's a kid. About how I think he yells at him how terrible he is. And then the pitcher just, boom. Well, it can't be a pitcher because he had a bat. Right. The kid goes, bah. Yeah, it was the guy who played, goes, and just hits him in the
Wow. So, like, there's nobody in the entire process of making that movie that's like, hey, you know what? This might be well-worn territory.
Nobody in the process of making that movie, I'm sure, looked at the movie. The only way you can do a Billy Crystal Bette Midler vehicle is to just close your eyes and you go straight and you go, hey.
Let's just start counting the money.
And Billy goes, what'd you think of that scene? That scene was great. Moving it on. Rap, 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 rap.
I just want to say, we haven't even gotten into Billy doing the jazz man yet.
But don't not show it.
Oh, no. We're going to keep going. He's still setting it up, but there's just so much. There's a lot to talk about with Billy Crystal. All right, we'll keep going.
Family business, and it was you.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's name dropped, by the way. So he's referred to this as a piece. He's like, I want to close with this piece.
His dad was.
My dad was in the record business. So our family friends were like Billie Holiday and stuff. So he's and we are not even.
Into
40 seconds into this bit.
I'm all for long intros.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Right.
But to be that level of douchebaggery in such a
what year is this?
This is 1984.
This guy has always been so full of himself. It's unbelievable. It's not a funny characteristic.
No.
Although I did love When Harry Met Sally.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Because he was a Jewish, lower than middle income family, and our best friends were these great predominantly black jazz musicians.
Is that what he just said? Did he say some of our best friends? Look, they were poor, obviously, and they were black, and it was unbelievable. I would hold their hands as if they were, you know what I'm saying? Treat them like regular people, because that's what we did back in those days.
And the music was great, and we danced.
We danced, and they made fantastic, I don't know.
And then my nickname was Face. Face is a term for cute kid or pretty lady.
Nobody called you Face.
Like,
I got that from my friend Rick Kearns, who's a comedian in Denver, and there was a comic named Marty Levinstein. I think he's still around. And he used to end his show with, "They call me Noodles." And then Rick Kearns walked up to him once and goes, "Who calls you Noodles?" Nobody calls you Noodles.
Called them Face. And this is why I perform. It was them. Because no matter what was happening in their lives, when they would get up to play...
Oh, they couldn't play well? Is that what you're telling me? No wonder why they were upset. That's how they played? But some of the best jazz. I'll never forget my favorite bebop jazz. Used to with Charlie Parker. His signature line was "So's your mother's mustache."
I'll never forget dropping the needle on Coltrane's "Love Supreme" for the first time.
Dropping the needle.
I hadn't seen any of these guys.
Obviously.
Like 15 years. You go your separate ways. Things happen. Till I was playing place just down the block on Bleecker. And I came out late one night. I just started doing some stuff. Things were just starting to work a little bit. And there's
what does that mean? He's got to tell you, look, it wasn't all gravy and terrible routines. In the early days... But you know what? I always kind of had stuff going. I was playing a place over Bleecker. Came out, I was just starting to make stuff happen for myself. Putting the bits and pieces into a chunk.
Putting it into the thing that you've all come here tonight to honor me.
I have not done yet, but we'll do forthwith.
Club right across the street, the gate, and heard the sax playing. And I said, I know that phrasing.
Yeah, I know that phrasing.
What does that mean?
That means that he heard like somebody playing
from when he was a kid.
He heard a sax playing at the Village Gate. He heard like
and that's what it took.
And then he's like, I know that phrasing.
Yes.
Not. Oh, that sounds kind of familiar. Oh, wait. I think I recognize that tune.
I recognize that harmonic minor.
I know that phrasing. I was a part of jazz from a very early age. I
recognize that augmented chord.
So I went in. He's 75 years old.
Who?
Still blowing real good. And this was a guy who
blowing real good.
I wrote him a note and just signed it Face. See what would happen. And we had a real sweet reunion backstage.
You did not.
Ooh. Now you just know that the lights dimmed.
I love this more. This is maybe the greatest thing I've ever heard. This I could listen to for hours. Who's playing now?
I think that's a pre-recorded thing, a sound cue. And he could just imagine.
Are you telling me he's not going to do the?
No, he's going to do it.
Good,
he's going to do it. We just haven't gotten there yet. But I just like to imagine like Billy before the show. Like, now listen, when it's gotta come right in, and it'll be like I'm gonna say we had a very sweet reunion, and so help me God, if you don't fucking dim the lights and press play on this, I got a cassette here. It's got the perfect sax intro. You don't fuck this up.
Like, I never saw this side of Billy Crystal. This is great.
This is like his big like comedy record, and this is the last track that he ends with.
Marvelous.
Now here comes Face.
Yeah, the Face. This is lovely, man. Absolutely charming. Yeah. Can you dig it? I knew that you could. Yeah, all right. You know, man, I seen you popping up on the TV, and I says to myself, I said, is that the Face that I knew? Is that the Face that I knew?
Is he recreating the meeting with the guy backstage?
This is the piece that he wanted to do.
So the guy can sue him now for this bit? Yeah, I saw your face pop up on the... Is the guy's Italian? I saw your face pop up on the TV. On the TV, because he wouldn't say TV, because he's a jazz guy.
Yeah.
I saw it on the radio.
I peeped it on the Phil Coast.
Yeah, I caught your flare. I caught
your flare.
I catch what you was cooking.
It's the worst.
It's the Face that I knew, and it's lovely, man. Absolutely charming. Yeah, can you dig it? I knew that you could. Yeah, coming back. All right, yeah. I'm okay, man. Yeah, I'm feeling copacetic.
Is the guy on Smack?
Yeah,
is that the idea?
I would imagine that might be what Billy's leaving out with us, you know what I mean? But I think that,
yeah, because he's doing a bit about, like, yeah, man, everything's cool. Hey, Billy, could you let me?
Exactly.
Hey,
Billy, I seen
Billy,
you on
I want to. I was about to say hamburger. What's the matter with me? I want to. If you could lend me just $100 to get my reed out of them. Read it.
My reed's in the pawn
This is
shop.
the worst of any kind of bit, because it's this schlubby Jew, and I can say that because I'm a schlubby Jew.
Yeah.
It's his impression of what other people of other races are like. You know what I mean? Or even take that of it.
But Andy,
what jazz is like.
It's okay because he grew up. You have to understand, he grew up around jazz.
Yeah. They didn't have a lot of money. Yeah. They were poor, but that didn't matter to us. I mean, we didn't eat their food, but still.
This bit, we could keep going with this. This does go on for another 6 minutes.
Okay, I have to buy this.
Yeah. Well, this is the funny thing I have to admit.
You can't find that?
No, you can get it very easily. It's on iTunes. But the best was, I said, I gotta play the Jazz Man. I gotta talk about the Jazz Man with Andy Kindler. So I'm like looking on YouTube, I can't find it. I'm like, fine, I'll buy it off of iTunes. I go to buy it, and iTunes pops up a thing, you've already bought this. You've already bought this. Do you want to buy it again? And I check, and I'm like, oh, I already own it.
That's so great.
And I do have to point out, we're going to take a break in 1 second, but I do have to point out that Billy Crystal did this again at Comic Relief 2006 for Hurricane Katrina. And he was a New Orleans jazz guy this time. And Tom Sharpling played it on his show. It was like, when Katrina happened.
Oh,
and
man.
A Best Show gem. Andy's
there's no bigger fan. I'm late to the party.
I'm a big Best Show fan. We both love Tom.
We almost had a fist fight about
who's a bigger Best Show, who's a bigger friend to Tom.
Yeah.
But there is a Best Show gem that you can download. It's just called Tom versus Billy Crystal, and it's him dissecting the 2000. I think it was 2006. When did Katrina happen?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that might have been. Yeah, it was 2000.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Oh my God! But was it received poorly?
It was received poorly because it is poor.
They should collect all of the things that are terrible
you can't
things.
find it online.
Well, no, like 1 year, my favorite thing ever was like Robert Wool. First of all, Comic Relief to me was the most ridiculous thing, because 1 year that guy who heads it, what's his name?
Bob Zmuda?
Yeah, he comes out and he goes.
Andy Kaufman's best friend, Bob Zmuda.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He goes, I gotta tell you, a lot of these comics could be somewhere else tonight making money, but they're here doing Comic Relief. I get it. Instead of being in front of 40 million people or whatever was watching, they could have made $8 at a club. I mean, it was just ridiculous. So,
I canceled Zanies for
this.
Canceled
Zanies. Yeah, these people are giving up. And then, so 1 year, Robert Wool goes, he does a bit about it. You ever fly first class? And a homeless relief bit and a benefit. He's going, you ever fly first class and and the steak isn't cooked enough? And he does his most inappropriate routine, and then he goes, watch Arliss. It's on after this. because it was HBO.
Wow. Andy Kindler is here. We're going to take a break. Back in a moment with more on the Fogelnest Files. There's a brand new episode of Nerd Poker every Wednesday on earwolf.com and iTunes. Brian Posehn and a bunch of friends chat over a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And from Owen Burke and Adam McKay comes Owen and TJ Read the News. This is a great show. Owen Burke, he's joined by TJ. He sells cell phone cases, and he's an aspiring hip-hop artist, and they talk about the news. I'm going to be honest with you, TJ's kind of a dirtbag. He's kind of a dirtbag human being. Also, John Daly's Rafflecast is insane. He's recently had on Brian Husky and Jenny Slate. He did this great thing with Harmar Superstar where they made a Christian rock song. It's a new episode of Weirdness every Monday at earwolf.com and on iTunes. Keep tuning in. Thanks for listening. Now, back to the Fogelnest Files. It's the Fogelnest Files. My name is Jake Fogelnest. Andy Kindler is here. I want to remind everybody that tonight we, well, depending on when you're listening to this, but if you're listening to this on Thursday, December 27th, live at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in Los Angeles, we're doing a live taping of the Fogelnest Files. Billy Eichner from Billy on the Street.
I love Billy.
Billy's the best.
Yeah,
he's the best. He'll be on the show. Megan Amram, who you know from Twitter.com and NBC's Parks and Rec, and Danny Zucker, also of Twitter.
Yeah, I love Danny Zucker. It's a Twitter party.
It's a Twitter party. It's happening at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater.
I'm not invited to this event. I don't care. What do I care? Get the heavy hitters on then.
When are you got a show coming up?
That's interesting, Jake, that you should bring that up since I have a big sign in front of me saying, ask me about my date.
What are you doing?
I am going to be at the Improv on Saturday, December 29th. I'm not kidding around this time. I'm getting a door deal. Ooh. All right? So that means if you don't come, I don't get paid any money. Do you want me not to pay my rent for the next month? I have a terrible medical condition that's not covered by insurance that I could die by the 30th should you people not come and spend Improv retail money at the Improv, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock Saturday the 29th. And Tim Heideker's on the show with me. Thank you. Bill Dwyer's hosting. We got Jimmy Pardo's going to be on. And I've got more guests as well.
That sounds
Saturday.
Like, that's a fantastic night
I'm
at the
not
Improv.
Someone who likes to plug.
No. That is a fantastic night of comedy at the Improvisation.
What's the matter with you? Us two together? We need
it's a bit much.
In the 80s, we would have said, let's switch to decaf. Hey, excuse me. Maybe you should switch to decaf. You know, I'm a different person on the radio. Like, I'm Mr. anti-hack comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm on the radio going, I got you won $2,000 in Q cash. Woo! You're gonna get a Wilson Phillips T-shirt and bumper sticker.
All right,
I'm
the program director. You said Wilson Phillips T-shirt and bumper sticker. It's either or. It's a Wilson Phillips T-shirt or bumper sticker. Now we got to give out both. We have limited resources.
Who's that specifically?
That is just some
everybody. Yeah. They're all like that. Yeah. Program directors.
Program director.
Hey, what do we give? What are we made of? Bumper stickers? What are we?
You want me to call MCA Records and tell them personally how you fucked this up? Like, sure, I don't care. Call.
I didn't know they were still in business. MCA Records. No, wait, is that actually the good one? MCA? Or the good one? No, what's the one?
It's
A&M?
the one. There's one now. A&M was Herb Albert.
Okay, I'm the least informed person in the world. Was that the one that was nice? The MCA good guys?
Well, that's classic
radio. Something else, right?
That we need a lot more reverb.
WMCA, right?
WMCA.
I'm a WMCA good guy.
I work at one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I work at Sirius XM Radio, and I am a sleazy disc jockey there. And in New York,
you're always coming on to people, or
no? I'm just I come on the radio. I'm like, hey, here's this, and
just straight up and down.
It's a weird little other job.
65 degrees in New York.
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
But one time in the hallway, I saw Cousin Brucey.
I love him.
He's the greatest.
Cousin Brucey.
Cousin Brucey is
Bruce Morrow.
Bruce Morrow, and I think
he passed away.
No, he's still alive.
He's still alive. Is what I'm trying to tell you. People who are still alive love to hear that. I think you're dead. Oh, you're not. Interesting.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Nice going on that. You were dead in my mind.
But I saw Cousin Brucey chatting in the hallway with the lead singer of a punk band called The Dictators, Handsome Dick Manitoba, and then I looked down the hall and there was Richard Belzer with his dog.
Oh my god!
And I was just like, where?
This is the greatest.
What is going on?
Sounds like Dane Cook's show that didn't go.
Orgasm. Yeah.
No. He had that show where it's a radio station.
Funny story about that. the guy who created it, I snuck him into Sirius XM so he could take a look around, and they rebuilt the Sirius XM studios.
But it looks like a nighttime discotheque.
But that's what it looks like. They built it, but nicer. The New York studio really looks like that. The Dane Cook Show that we will not see on television.
They will not even show the ones they made. Come on, people.
They put them out.
Some replacement.
They put the two. One of the greatest things I ever got to do was I wrote the recaps for Work It for Vulture. Remember Work It?
Work It was on TBS?
No, Work It was on ABC. This is two guys. It's hard. Look, Andy, it's hard to find a job these days. The economy's really tough.
It was a recession-proof show?
Yeah. It's tough to find a way to make a living.
Did they dress as women?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's what they did, Andy. The two guys, they can get jobs, but they have to dress like women to do it.
It's not bosom buddies?
No, it's not bosom buddies. This is Work It.
But they also dress like women.
Yeah, but that was because they needed a place to live, and that was a good show.
I never saw that show. I believe it was
Bosom Buddies had a heart to it.
Let's not throw all of the men dressing up like women.
I don't want to lump it all in together. I want to take a look at Charlie Barnett. You know Charlie Barnett? When did you start doing
Barnett? I do know.
Yeah.
When did I start comedy?
Yeah, when did you?
84.
And were you in New York?
Well, I'm from Queens,
You're from
New York,
Queens.
but I drove out to L.A. after college.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like Julie Klausner. Collage. And then college. And then I got into stand-up in 84, but I was in a duo for a couple of years.
What was the duo?
Andy and Bill. And as Tom Sharpling asked me, as Gary the Squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
Which one were you? Which one were you? Hey, Mike! Get back here! Get back here, Mike!
Just doing Tom's show.
Tom show. Yeah, just splice it together. So 3 years of that with a duo, and then I went on my own 86. But when did Charlie Barnett... All you asked me was a simple question.
Yeah.
I gave you the whole thing.
No, but I wanted the whole thing. Charlie Barnett was doing comedy. Well, this is how I became aware of him. When I was very young, I used to go see comedy in New York City with my dad. I was like 7, 8 years old, and he would take me to the...
I think you've heard... I talked about this.
I talked about it on Mark Maron's podcast.
Right.
Because,
also, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I love your impression of Mark, the intro to Mark Maron's show.
Ding, 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 ding. Wow. What's wrong with me?
It's also with the day.
It's also
It's the greatest. But no, I used to go see comedy very young. That's where I met Maron for the first time. But there used to in Washington Square Park, there were a couple of guys that would do stand-up in the park.
In the park, okay.
In the park.
Wow.
And gather these huge crowds. And the king of them was Charlie Barnett. And there's a documentary called Mondo, New York. And
I gotta see this.
Yeah, it's, I think it's like crazy out of print, but you can find clips of it on YouTube. But I found this clip. This is Charlie Barnett in Washington Square Park. This is probably 1985, 1986. And, I remember him being, and he's sort of thought of as a legend. Like Dave Chappelle wanted to make a movie about him, and he was like a big influence. I think one of Chappelle's specials is dedicated to him. And
oh, wow.
I watched the...
That's where maybe I've heard the name before.
Yeah, and I just remember him being amazing. And then I found the clip on YouTube, and I'm fascinated by
wait, he's alive?
He passed away.
Oh,
he passed away.
I'm not following things well.
Well, but you'll see his act, and I just have questions about it.
I need a camera. I need a camera. Give me a camera. Give me a fucking camera, white boy. Give me the camera, quick, 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 quick. Throw it. Now fuck with me.
What is that? Oh.
You're Japanese or Korean? Oh, you all look alike. Don't worry, I'll be talking about niggas in a minute. In a minute, you'll be going, oh, nigga funny now. I like the Japanese tourists. The most fascinating tourists are the Japanese. They always got a camera. I have never seen a Jap without a camera. It's like niggas without a radio. And I like the way Japanese people walk. They walk real fast. And don't be going no fucking please. That's why there's so many. By the time they get out of bed and go to work, it's time to go back to bed. And they love the World Trade Center.
Feet are bound together? Is that the Japanese people's feet were bound together back then?
That's the thing about this is...
What year is that from?
This is like 1985.
That looks like it was shot on film, though.
It is. It's shot on film.
Oh, is that part... Were they shooting it for a documentary?
Yeah, they were shooting this documentary of sort of like New York nightlife and everything, but this is during the day. But just listen to more of his act because it's fascinating.
Are you Japanese, sir? Yeah. You're Chinese? Damn, I'm Negroid. I'm not black. This is a birthmark. But I love the Japanese tourists. They always got a camera, right? They want to take the picture. You ever see them? And then they find it. I love everybody. I may do a lot of ethnic humor. But don't get me wrong, because I know from within my heart that it's not black and white, and it's not red and yellow. There's only one race, and that's the human race. The rest of them are Mexicans.
So this clip, I was like, because I remember seeing him in the park and thinking he was like really, like brilliant. But like you see this now, and it's like there was 900 guys kind of doing.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is, it's very hard to judge what he's doing there against anything else.
That's the other part
because
of it.
First of all, it's 1984, so any joke that you've heard here
was that is that the first?
I don't know if that's the original thing. I mean, it's like this style of comedy. I mean, it's like. It's hard to isolate it out too, because like I love Rickles.
Yeah,
but it's interesting because Rickles does the same thing.
We'll get to Rickles too.
Rickles does the same thing at the end, where he kind of sometimes will apologize for
it.
But it's so weird. I could never do what he's doing.
No.
I could never do it. So I admire in a way that he's trying to keep all these people's attention. So
it's amazing because you have to understand how his sets would start. Washington Square Park, it was this thing, the fountain, and there's hundreds of people surrounding him in that clip, and he started with no one. There'd be nobody there, and he would just start shouting. And a crowd would emerge, and he would make a fortune too. Like especially in because he passed a hat around.
Yeah, that place nobody was leaving there.
Yeah, like that. So it's kind of like and I wonder like. The material he's doing in the park was probably a totally different set of material than like what he would do at the theater.
It's very hard to tell because the thing is, I don't know anything. I really don't know anything about him. This is the first time I've ever seen him. To me, he certainly has like I've seen people in the park before. He certainly to me seems to have something going on, like it's interesting, But if I isolate the bits, it's kind of doing a Japanese guy squinting.
Yeah,
but that's a whole school of comedy that is
that you're sort of the pioneer and king of.
No,
no, Andy,
not about ethnic groups.
You do ethnic stuff, and then you also do like the differences between
men and women,
and then
I actually took you seriously. I was like, wait a second, okay, maybe I did that one CD with the Ladies Take a Breather. That was my one.
Ladies Take a Breather. That was nominated for Grammy, right?
Yeah, that was
best supporting actress in a TV movie and miniseries.
Red herring.
All right. Now you always do the state of the industry
and thank you for not saying the state of the union because that's what people normally say.
No, it's the state of the industry.
Absolutely,
it's way more important. It's way more important. No, Montreal Comedy Festival. How many years it's been?
I started in '95, so it's been like 17 years. I did.
Wow, that's and that's where you get up and give the state of the comedy industry. Let's take a look right now at sort of somebody else who gave like a state of the industry. Jay Leno. This is him on the Letterman show in 1984.
Oh, see, this is when he was funny. He was funny on the Letterman show.
Exactly.
How ironic that he would.
Let's take a look now. But there's interesting things about that. Let's just watch a couple minutes of Jay Leno and David Letterman in 1984 with a TV guide.
You're gonna get arrested for showing that.
Didn't I just from the green room?
What do you got there, Jay?
This week's copy of TV Guide.
Yep.
You know what the guy at the newsstand said? This is the biggest magazine in America. There are people that consider this reading. Are you coming to bed, dear? In a couple of hours, honey. I just want to see who's on Crosswits all week here. Have you seen their new slogan? You need TV Guide because TV's getting more complicated every day. Boy, you know there are people staying up nights saying, geez, we'd like to watch the A-Team. We just don't have the educational background to really enjoy the program. Are you a fan of the A-Team, David?
I've only seen it a couple of times, but gosh, I really enjoyed it both times.
Boy, with those surprise endings where the bully gets beat up, who would have expected that? See, I like this show because the violence is so real, huh? What was it, last week Papad got shot in the head by a bazooka. You okay? Yeah, I'll be all right. Lucky for me, it was just a 12-pound shell. I'll dig it out with my penknife. So I always like going through here and you see something like this. You ever go through a TV Guide and you find a show you never heard of? Then they'll say underneath, this is a pilot for a show not on the fall schedule. See, what the network is saying to you is, hey, look, we know our shows are bad. We just want you to see how bad they could have been. Oh, here's my mom's favorite. 4 o'clock, Channel 2, Barnaby Jones.
Yeah.
That's pretty realistic, huh? About an 89-year-old guy goes around beating up the Hells Angels. So you can always tell who the bad guys are in Barnaby Jones. The bad guys are anybody that will call Barnaby Pops. Ooh, that gets his dander up, boy. Ooh, boy.
So that's just, he's got like...
I would... Yeah,
it doesn't kill, but...
It doesn't kill, but the thing is, he was... There's absolutely proof that he was funny at one time, Jay Leno.
He's doing comedy.
He's actually doing comedy.
He's come on a television show with a comedy piece that he's thought... I mean, the fun thing about that is, like, he's doing it... It's like almost at times he doesn't even realize that Dave is there. Like, he would... Like, if you took Dave out of it, he could still be like...
Right. Although I think the thing that I loved about watching this was, like, I mean, I think Dave still does... I mean, I think Dave's the only... Well, I don't want to say he's the only guy, but he still is able to have conversations and to be relaxed.
Yes.
And it's like, we're I do a bit about Jimmy Fallon saying, interviewing Stalin. He goes, I heard you killed like 30 million people. That's crazy.
You are relentless to Jimmy.
Well, the one thing about Jimmy Fallon,
but he really is that nice. That's his thing. It's like it's weirdly not manufactured with.
Well,
him.
yeah, and also the thing is, the things I criticize. I mean, it's nothing. It really is nothing personal.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Jimmy Fallon years ago, and he couldn't have been nicer. And
he really couldn't have been.
He couldn't have been nicer. That's right. We found out later he pulled out all the stops. But the point is, it's not Jimmy Fallon. It's just that Jimmy. Well, it is Jimmy Fallon. It's the fact that people now consider this that he's and people say, oh well, he's so happy. It's like he's so. That's not entertainment to me. That's not really listening. He's not really listening.
Right.
And I'm not saying I'm a great listener either, but people like Letterman and like he's listening.
He's
to Leno.
there and Dave is fully engaged with Jay.
Yeah, and he's not worried at. He's also not worried about how big the laughs are.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah.
So Leno, man, I don't know his problems. He's incapable of humor now, being funny now.
Really, because I found a clip of Jay. I thought you would really. Yeah, recent clip. This is just from the other day.
Yeah,
this is a fun clip of Hugh Jackman.
So he's still good. You're saying?
I'm saying he still kind of has it.
All right, let's check it out.
This is a little bit of Hugh Jackman and Jay Leno recently talking about Gangnam Style.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, just a real treat for you.
Let's see how it's translated.
We just were in Korea. What was that like?
It was crazy. First of all, they loved Les Miserables.
Right.
And we got there and ran into Psy.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No Psy.
I love when people saying stories, things that are not crazy. We went to Korea. They love Les Miserables. That's crazy. Yeah, why? Because they talk a different language. They can't possibly enjoy something French, whatever the hell it is. I mean, it is crazy because it sounds like the worst movie ever.
They were going to actually just call the movie Something French.
Yeah, Something French. Those miserable ones.
Well, I said the other day, I said, gee, it seems like everyone here is all miserable. That's the first line is Les Miserables.
What's going on here? You guys miserable or what?
But no, okay, so then Hugh Jackman runs into Psy, the Gangnam Style
He does
guy.
run into him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a picture of you inside.
Yeah, me and Psy.
There you go, doing a little...
Just a little candid shot of Psy and Hugh Jackman both with Wolverine hands.
Oh, is that a movie that Hugh Jackman was in?
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
I don't see Hugh Jackman movies.
Really?
I specifically, it's like my friend Boris Hamilton is a very funny comic. He used to say, don't tell me Gabriel Rabisi's in it. It's like onions. I can't have that.
Okay, this is there.
I'm in Sydney filming Wolverine, and Cy is in the stage next to us doing X Factor, doing an appearance in X Factor, and he literally ran in. The entire stage stopped because all the crew were right into it. And he came over, he said, put on the claws, and we did a little Gangnam Style.
Did he teach you the dance?
He taught me a little bit of the dance.
Really?
Yeah, do you want me to teach you a little bit of the dance?
Well, you could show me.
Show him!
Be the greatest!
Show Jay Leno the Gangnam Style dance!
This is a free show. We couldn't get it any other shows. We got a Jay Leno show.
We were not selected for The Price is Right! And we drove... Because, Andy, Jay likes to have fun. He likes to...
No, we're good. What am I doing? Just... That's not Angus. No, that's not.
He likes to have fun on the show. You could just tell.
That was a terrible mistake that he did there because the guy has no internal rhythm. You know what I mean? He doesn't rock and roll. First of all, everyone knows that Leno hates music. And it's true. He hates music. So why would he say, let me get up and show that I'm even more stiff standing?
Right. The thing has gotten viewed on YouTube literally
really?
a billion
Which
times.
Is terrible, you mean, right?
No, I think people genuinely love it. And
this clip?
No, not the clip. The Gangnam Style.
Oh, no, the Gangnam Style. I enjoy Gangnam Style.
Yeah, that's fun. There's not a person in the world right now. This clip has been viewed over 1 billion times.
No, I love that.
You're culturally wrong.
I think it's actually Gingyam. Isn't it something like that? Gingyam?
It's Gangnam.
Okay.
Gangnam stuff.
Gangnam.
It's but yeah, I just think that it's just showing he's still having fun on the show.
He still has it.
I just where is Mavis? What is Mavis doing?
Mavis doesn't want to be involved with this.
But what does she do?
She's not watching him on the show doing Gangnam Style with
But do you think because so Friday night, he's home, and it's straight to the garage to work on the old cars, right?
Right.
And then Saturday, for sure, it's a corporate gig somewhere.
Because he doesn't make enough money.
Well, that's the great thing about Jay, is that he doesn't spend any of his Tonight Show money. It just goes into savings.
He says that, people can't make a living, everybody's got credit card debt, and he's talking about how he's never spent his Tonight Show money.
Yeah.
Why is he has no, it's like lost his ability to relate as a human. Really.
Yeah. It's
robotic.
It's delightful. It's truly delightful. We're going to take a quick break. Back, we'll wrap up with Andy Kindler here on the Fogelnest Files. There are Earwolf hoodies, t-shirts, posters, knee-high socks, and digital downloads. We have an online store. If you want Earwolf stuff, it is available to you at earwolf.com. And there's a awesome calendar for 2013. Each month features graphics and quotes from your favorite Earwolf shows, including mine. You can get it. It was just the price was just reduced to $10. That's a reasonable amount of money to spend on a calendar. I'm fine with pricing on that. Go to earwolf.com. It's all there. Enjoy your shopping experience on the World Wide Web. Now, back to the Fogelnest Files. It is the Fogelnest Files. My name is Jake Fogelnest. I am here with Andy Kindler, and we are taking a look at comedy stuff. Remember, you can go to youtube.com/the Fogelnest Files if you want to watch along with the videos. There'll be a playlist up there. I pulled a clip of the great Willie Tyler and Lester.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And I was fascinated by this clip because, for people that might not know who Willie Tyler and Lester are, it was a ventriloquist act.
Right. Lester was the dummy, right?
Lester was the dummy.
Well, why would the dummy have two names? Why would it be
It was actually three guys.
Willie Tyler and Lester. Where's Tyler? That was one of their first bits. Where's Tyler?
Well,
I told you my last name is Tyler. And then it went on for
it's funny you say that because I want you to take a look at this clip of Willie Tyler and Lester.
There we go. Here we go.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to give you our tribute to one of the most famous comedy teams in the history of show business, Mr. Abbott and Costello. At the ballpark. Hey, man, if you ever lose your voice, you'll find it in my ear. Now, listen to this. Now, you gotta listen because this gets kind of tricky, right? Yeah. Now, who's on first? What's on second, I don't know is on third. You got that, huh? Who's on first? What's on second, I don't know is on third. You know the names of the players on the team? Yeah. Okay, who's on first? Yeah. The name of the player on first. Who? The man playing first base. Who's on first? What are you asking me
Andy,
for?
are you
He's a good ventriloquist.
He's great. Yeah.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking you. Who's on first?
Are you
That's
kind
the man's name.
of sitting here waiting?
That's
Like,
whose name?
do they have a spin on who's
No,
on
I
first?
kind of got that they weren't going to. I think the only spin that he did was the yelling at the beginning, which I didn't even understand why he was yelling at the beginning.
Well, I think that was one of kind of Lester's sort of
We're here at
sarcastic-
the ballpark. Well, they didn't do the bit at the ballpark.
No, it was.
We are Abbott and Costello. We are here at a ballpark because that's where the bit originally took. Lou, why are you yelling at me? Ballpark? Yeah, so he just continues doing it that way.
He just does who's on first.
You know why he's doing that though? Because that shows off ventriloquism.
Right, I guess so. Yeah, but
it's all in my book. What's the best thing to do while ventriloquism? Smoking is good.
Right.
Not just gargling is great.
Right. It's a short book. It's
Yeah.
it's really.
Swallowing silly string is
It's really just
considered-
one of those BuzzFeed lists that you've published it's like top 40 things to do as a ventriloquist.
And also, there's tricks too. Like one thing is to just turn your back on the crowd.
Right.
This way they won't notice.
Well,
What do you mean you threw my my clothing over here? Peanut? What do you mean there's a terrorist back here? Ahmed? That's Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Say, how good am I now? Oh, shut up. I can't find it. Where'd you put it? Well, why don't you look on the palm of your hand? Okay.
But you're
What do you mean, what does the palm of my hand feel like over my mouth? What do you mean?
You're friends with some of Jeff Dunham's puppets, though, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, you know, the truth is that him and his puppets, they don't talk off stage.
They don't?
That's what they've... And on stage, they seem to talk past each other. He's very upset, Joe. I spoke to him. He's very upset with how racist his puppets are.
Really?
But he can't control them.
That's
It's not... It is, in this case, it is literally not him. It is the puppet.
I've got one final clip.
Yeah.
And it's just great. This is just great. Frank Sinatra on the Tonight Show.
Oh, it's going to be good.
And there's a surprise drop in.
I think I know what's going to happen.
I think you do too.
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah,
Many
you're-
people feel I am.
But this is just great.
I didn't just fall off the turn-up truck. Turn-up truck? I didn't just fall on the truck that turned up.
Where did that expression go? I didn't. Like,
Well, what it
did
is is like
once?
I'll tell you what it is. It's like if you're a turnip truck, you're like a guy
a
from
dumb
the
farmer or
yeah,
something.
something like that. That's what they say. Although my wife's father was a farmer, so
Right.
and so I'm going to tell her that you just called.
No, I was saying.
I know what you meant, Fogelnest.
A little bit of Frank Sinatra on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and a special guest drops in.
Hey, look, I know you're going to do another number with the band because I know you got a recording session tonight, and really, on behalf.
Oh yeah, Rickles walk. Oh come on, this is the great. I love
mean,
this man.
right?
Oh my God, does he still have an aunt somewhere? Oh, it's so good.
By the way, I just noticed that all the chairs in this clip, Johnny's chairs, are literally they were all cut up and made into every plaid T-shirt that every comic wears today.
Look good, Don.
Well, that's it for me. Why don't you guys get with the band? Hey, Frank, it's
'Cause
good
they're
to see you. I just was hanging around in the hall, and they said Frank Sinatra's here, and I've never met him, you know. And I get the chill.
You'll excuse us, won't you?
Certainly, certainly. Marco Mangananzo was hurt.
He was hurt.
Marco Mangananzo.
Tombino Bombazzo. 2 bullets in the head Thursday.
Thursday it's going to happen. Oh, so good. Look at Johnny enjoying himself.
Can I tell a story about what this man did to me once? You may have heard about this. It was a true story.
How come we're
this
seeing the
is a
boom
long
mic?
time ago.
Oh, just a white shot.
Long before Don got married. I was eating dinner at a restaurant in New York, and I was sitting with some friends, and he came over to the table, and he said, Frank, do me a favor, will you?
This is
He
a
said,
classic.
I'm sitting with a very pretty girl, and I'm trying to make out, and he said, I told her I know you, and she really doesn't believe me. Would you stop by the table? I said, all right. I was just about finished. I was down to the espresso, and finally he went back, and I walked by the table, and I said, how are you, Don? Nice to see you. He said, Can't you see I'm eating, Frank? What are you doing?
Can't you see I'm eating, Frank?
The greatest.
Oh, that is the greatest.
Just the greatest. Cannot. I just wanted to end this episode on something that
beautiful.
was something truly beautiful. Andy Kindler, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, man. This was fun.
Where are you going to be?
I will be at the Improv on Saturday, December 29th. 2 shows, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, with the amazing Tim Heidegger, hosted by Bill Dwyer. Jimmy Pardo's on one of the shows, and other guests.
It's going to be fantastic. We'll be at the Upright Citizens Brigade tonight, the December 27th. If you're listening to this on December 27th, me, Billy Eichner, Megan Amram, Danny Zucker. Leave a review for this podcast in the on iTunes. Don't review the actual podcast. Review other things. Somebody reviewed my pronunciation of Earwolf. Peoples Hernandez wrote, though at first baffling, the podcast network is called Earwolf, not Earwolf, right? Listen to the Fogelnest Files long enough, as you surely will, and you will fear for the day that Mr. Fogelnest is tricked into enunciation lessons that take away this most beloved of odd speech affectations. It's not the Cool G rap lisp of podcasts yet, but it might just get there, grade B+. So apparently I say Earwolf weird. Did you pick that up?
Let me hear.
Earwolf.
What's the matter with you? What is this, a guy who picks on people's accents?
I don't know, but I appreciated it.
Oh, I appreciate it too.
Yeah.
I'm all of a sudden upset. Who have I messed? I don't want to get Peoples Hernandez mad at me.
Fogelnestfiles.com. No, that doesn't exist. Don't go there. That's not a website.
Okay. Andy Kindler at AOL. No, that doesn't exist either.
But you are at Andy Kindler on Twitter. I am at Jake Fogelnest. You can go to youtube.com/FogelnestFiles, see the clips, and earwolf.com and other websites. That's,
Man, what a smooth show ender you are.
I am a broadcasting professional. It is Jake Fogelnest saying, Seacrest, out.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Aukerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com. The wolf's dead.